Hello viewers, welcome to the African News Update on Topakulit News. First, the headlines. Egypt and Russia unite for Gaza peace talks. Tragedy at Randburg Magistrate Court. South Sudan clears EAC debt ahead of summit. Details coming up shortly. In politics, Egypt and Russia unite for Gaza peace talks. Egypt and Russia unite to address the escalating crisis in the Gaza Strip. In a high-level discussion on Tuesday, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah Al-Sisi engaged with Russian President Vladimir Putin, emphasizing Egypt's steadfast commitment to restoring calm in the region. Al-Sisi outlined measures taken to deliver vital humanitarian aid and facilitate the evacuation of foreign nationals and injured Palestinians from Gaza. Both leaders urgently stressed the need for intensified international effort, calling for an immediate ceasefire, unhindered humanitarian access, and measures to protect civilians and stop the bloodshed. Importantly, they highlighted that these steps are crucial for paving the way towards a political solution based on the two-state formula. The dialogue concluded with a shared commitment to exploring avenues for strengthening bilateral relations and expanded cooperation across various domains. Still in politics, tragedy at Randburg Magistrate Court. A tragic incident unfolds at the Randburg Magistrate Court in South Africa as a Zimbabwean couple, Cisse Moyo and William Dubete, were fatally shot last Wednesday. The couple was on their way to testify against 4 South African Police Services SAPS officers charged with aggravated assault. SAPS spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Mavela Masundo confirmed a murder investigation revealing that the victims were shot as they approached the court building. Shockingly, the 4 police officers are now suspect in this double murder case. Cisse Moyo, the complainant in a 2018 police brutality case, was scheduled to testify against the officers who allegedly tortured her. Despite the tragedy, the trial against the accused officers reportedly continued. A manhunt is underway for the unidentified gunman and possible accomplices. Concerning business, South Sudan clears EAC debt ahead of summit. South Sudan announces the clearance of its debt owed to the East African Community (EAC), just days before President Salva Kiir assumes the role of the new chair of the EAC summit. The country revealed it has settled all debt owed to the regional organization. Joining the EAC in 2016, South Sudan claims to have remitted $7 million covering arrears in the current 2023-24 financial year. However, details about the settlement of hundreds of millions of dollars owed over the past 7 years remain unclear. This development comes after concerns were raised about member states failing to remit funds to the EAC. The EAC summit is scheduled for November 23 and 24, where President Salva Kiir will take over the chairmanship from President Evariste Ndayishimiye of Burundi. You are watching the news on Topakulit News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Back to business affairs. U.S. aid boosts Tanzanian youth agriculture scheme. A substantial boost for Tanzania's youth agriculture scheme. The U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, has announced a significant investment of $100 million, approximately $250 billion, in support of the government Building a Better Tomorrow BBT initiative. This initiative aims to enroll Tanzanian youth in agribusiness addressing challenges such as policy, food safety, and storage. USAID's Mission Director for Tanzania, Craig Hart, expressed enthusiasm about collaborating with the Tanzanian government to improve the lives of its citizens. The funds are expected to unfold over the next 3 to 4 years, fostering economic opportunities among the country's youthful workforce and promoting sustainable livelihoods. Still on business, Nigeria Finance Minister unveils revenue plan. Nigeria's Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has unveiled plans to leverage the nation's assets to generate about $13 billion in annual revenue. Speaking at the launch of the AfriInvest 2023 Nigerian Banking Sector Report in Lagos, Edun outlined the strategy, including enumerating national assets, introducing governance, monetizing, and optimizing them. The plan involves creating a national asset register to generate revenue equivalent to 3.0% of the nation's GDP, aiming to increase the value of national assets under management from the current 18 trillion naira to 100 trillion naira. This initiative is part of measures to boost federal government revenue and achieve a revenue to GDP target of 25% by 2026, up from the current 8.0%. In sports, the Super Eagles camp for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers is buzzing with activity as 22 players have arrived in Uyo. The squad, featuring key players like Kenneth Omero, Kelechi Iheanacho, and Alex Iwobi, is gearing up for crucial clashes against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. The players aim to secure victories that will propel Nigeria closer to qualification for the World Cup. The stakes are high and expectations are soaring as the Super Falcons aim to showcase their prowess on the international stage. We will keep you updated on the team's progress and all the exciting moments in the world of sports. That concludes our African news update for today. Stay tuned for more news and development from across the continent. Thanks for joining us. I am Jonathan Powe. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.